Good morning, YouTube. It's me all the way, George Page, aka the Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk, coming to you live on YouTube. Well, like I said, as you know, I'm the self-proclaimed Emperor of Female Bodybuilding Talk, and often I talk about things that is very important, especially in the sport of bodybuilding, the good and the bad. And this is one thing that is really bad, but also sad to talk about. I was on Facebook the other day, and one of my Facebook friends posted this, and he was confirming that a death of a young woman at 27 years of age, Sofia Graham, has passed away. Now, Sophia was a amateur competitive women's physique and figure competitor, and she did a couple of shows that I know of, which is the 2021 NPC Universe and NPC National Fitness Championships, and also the NPC Junior USA Championships. And those are pretty popular amateur shows, especially the Junior USA's. And there's no details of her death, and it's just surprising at 27 years old to die so young. Especially just she was just a young woman with potential and promise. And just it's just sad to hear this. Now she's originally from West Virginia, and she also went by the moniker the Mediterranean Muscle. You know, and from the information, have no information yet of details of her death, but I will post her social media and also her mother's social media. Her mother Karen, she posted something in on Facebook, and also I think they might have a GoFundMe for her. As you know, at 27 years old, you don't expect to die so young, and you don't we prepare for something like that. It's one thing if you were like 34, 37, or 47. You have to look forward of the hardships of life. But 27, you're footloose and fancy free, and there's no other way just to explain just how it's just sad to see somebody young. And I've done in the past um you know months or so, I've done quite a few videos dedicated to women who have passed away. Christine Enos, Laura Bass, just a couple of ladies that I'm just sad to hear, who compete in the sport of bodybuilding. And I know people are going to have their thoughts or ideals, but that's not that important. You can guess what you want to, but this is a young lady who passed away. Such a beautiful, you know, strong, great, woman who had so much to offer in this sport. And as often I said, these ladies do this sport for a passion. They don't make a lot of money. Most time, you're more likely you're going halfway broke, and it's difficult. It's a difficult sport, but you have to have a passion for it. And I think she did by the looks of her. She came to sport, with open heart and open mind. And you know what? You gotta love smile like this. And look at this big old pizza. I know a lot of these ladies, they love to eat something salty, something sweet, something with dough in it. Just that carbs we call them, man. We call them. And look at that. She got a box of not Dunkin' Donuts, a Krispy Kreme. And when you see that red light, you gotta stop. Every time if you have Krispy Kreme in your town and that red light's on, you gotta stop. But this was somebody's daughter, sister, granddaughter, niece, cousin. I mean, she was just a beloved young lady. I mean, and I often hear people saying like, why would somebody get into such a sport like that? But it's about them having a passion. She found a passion. She found what she liked to do. She wanted to be a competitive bodybuilder. And you have to have a love for this sport. As I said before, it's not a sport where you can make a lot of money. You get more, and you also it's not about recognition. You don't get a lot of TV coverage. You don't get a lot of magazine coverage if unless you're a certain division, which is more popular than others. But you know what? She had possibly a great future in sport. Maybe a few more years, she would have probably turned pro. But like I said, my condolences goes out to her, anybody who loves her, her friends, her family, people who have met her. I mean, it's just hard to think that somebody that you love is gone. and you can never ever really truly see him again. And it's always heaven, but you know what? Sometimes you feel selfish. You say, you know what? I'd rather have him right here beside me. Whatever what. But like I said, I'm gonna put her social media stuff in the description. Also, her mother's Facebook. I think she got a lot of information. Also, I think that they may have a little GoFundMe for her, I believe, or some kind of crowdfunder. Because the fact is, at 27 years old, you're not thinking about dying so young. You don't prepare for yourself like that. You don't file for insurance at 27. You file maybe 37, maybe 47. But when you have your life ahead of you, you don't think about things like death. You'll prepare for that. Well, like I said, my condolences goes out to her family, to her friends, anybody who loved her, who ever met her. And and this was a lady that had so much promise and potential, but well, she's in a better place, and probably with people who know her, who love her, will miss her truly. But you know, that's how life is. Like somebody told me, God don't make no mistakes, but sometimes you often question why do you take the best of us. This is your man always George Page, aka the Emperor. If you want about it, talk, don't like, subscribe, don't subscribe. I'm out. Rest in peace, Sophia.